Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. As you know, we are doing a lot of changes to my studio here at home. Still working on my studio location storefront, until I get funding for that and get as much help as possible. But I am now diving into a lot of the hard videotape formats that I've been working on, like the Cartravision and the 1-inch machines and various different things. I'm jumping around doing tons and tons of projects at the same time. Well, anyways, guys, took a little bit today and just want to show you my new studio layout, and we're making progress. Of course, you know that's my IVC 1-inch machine. So basically, we'll be able to jump over to the Betacam SP 3/4-matic, the 1-inch Type C format, the EIAJ Sony AV5000 special color unit, and this is the main studio hub where everything gets fed through, and then we can do ProRes, whatever. But I just made room and did some redesigning here of my studio in my house. Finally got my IVC machine in here, and I'll be able to do a little bit of repairs in the air conditioning. It's so damn hot outside, it's not even funny. I wanted to get this machine in here because it is quite warm. It's kind of hard to work in the garage, like on concrete floors, stuff like that. I need to get underneath this machine to put some brakes in, and I can actually run it and do tests through my system, and I can monitor what's going on. But anyways, we just got it in place. Took me and my brother and my nephew to move this thing. It's very heavy. It's 300, I'd say it's almost 400 pounds. It's very, very heavy. That's why I built the custom rack for it, to be able to roll it around in one place. And as you can see, all the decks I got connected to it, my Betacam SP and all those, and my 1-inch machine. Everything is user-friendly here, guys. I designed everything in my studio to connect into my main hub, which is my main routing rack right there, which goes through time base and all that, do monitors. So I'm able to do ProRes and, come over to this part of it, which I can do computer capture to PC files and whatever. Like I said, guys, my studio storefront that I'm really looking at to get, I want to get it all in one place, sort of like this. Be similar to this with my 2-inch quad machines and everything else, where I'd have one gigantic studio that's routed together in one routing area. So I'd be able to jump from one obsolete tape to another and not have to worry about plugging things in, pulling equipment out of storage, or any of that kind of stuff. As you can see, I'm setting up my living room for now, until I raise enough funding or get a corporate backer or anybody out there who's actually got money to help out, so I can actually build this business into a bigger, diverse type of business with a storefront space where I can actually have everything in one place, where I can do the production work, have everything on site, do the repairs, have everything. So when somebody walks in with a tape and says, "Hey, I have an IVC. Do you know what this is? Can you play it?" I could pop it on and make the transfer while they wait if they need to. Or, "Hey, I got a 1-inch Type C. I could pop it on and they can wait for it." "Hey, I have an EIAJ tape. Can I watch you do it?" "Sure." Or a 3/4-matic, or a Betacam SP, or high definition, or any other tape decks that I actually wheel into my major studio rack, which is right there. Of course, we got the rollaway rack over here, which is all the 1-inch decks and Betamax or whatever I need to put on a top deck that I can roll in place and plug in. Everything is user-friendly in my studio here. I have a gigantic living room, which is turned into basically my television studio transfer house or recovery area for videotapes. I do an awful lot of formats. I don't have everything here, but the most prevalent ones I think that are very important I got here, especially all these. And the IVC is very prevalent because that's a pretty prevalent obsolete tape. I do get a lot of calls with people who happen to have these, and plus I got some I'm going to be doing for John. But since I was able to acquire that deck and I'm going to start finishing the repairs, I want everything here where I can get to it. It's in my living room. It's in a cool environment. And I can actually do a lot of tests and various things to my computer. But today is the biggest score because you got the 1-inch machine in place. It's very heavy. It's at least 350, 400 pounds ballpark. And you wonder why I made a standalone hanging suspension rack? That's the reason. It's very, very heavy. Plus it's on wheels, and I can roll it around, which makes it a lot easier, just like all my other racks. But Obsolete Video Services is growing, folks. I find something, I get a holy grail on a video deck or whatever I find. It automatically gets incorporated into my system. So I have it available for you, the viewer, you, the collector, you, the person out there that has 2 cabinets full of videotapes and you need them transferred. This is why I do this. I have the access to anything. I could do anything. Obsolete Video Services is diving into some of the most obsolete video formats that you would see in larger video studios, which don't exist anymore. But I designed this studio compact, neat, and can handle anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.